So I hit that, and I'll hit save. Smoothing groups, turbo smooth, triangulate. Like I said, check that online, make sure this is correct. I may have made a mistake, but there we go. And the next video, what I'll do is I'll make an arch. Sweet. Fabulous. Coolness, 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 coolness. Okay, first off, the geometry is a lot cleaner. It is not prettier, but here's the magic that I was talking about. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices to make this basic arch. I bet I can make it a little prettier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a box. I'll use basically the height and width of this and make it just a little thicker than the wall. So we'll move it in the back a little bit. See, yeah, perfect. It's almost the same size as the pillar. Probably a good idea to go ahead and make it the same size. I'm just going to eyeball this. And like I said, we'll clean this up later. What we need now is geometry down the Y length. I think that's the, I guess that's the, I have a right click issue with my mouse. It's so old, it likes to just right click like crazy without me touching it. We don't need, I think 10 will be enough. What we're going to do here is go to parametric. So I right click and I go to these awesome set of modifiers. This is actually right here, show buttons. That's the key right there for my life. I hit bend and start bending and it's perfect. I'm ready to go. Let's ship it. Oh, there we go. Boop, boop. Change the direction. Change the direction. Hey, look at that mother door. The front door. Hey, we're going to rotate that 90 degrees. Boop. Slide this bad boy up in here and see, here's our little coverall for our ugly geometry. Look at that. Now it's just about pretty. Just about. Not quite there yet. Ooh. It's getting there. Well, it needs to be like 180 degrees. So at this point, what I'm going to do is change the actual size and measurements of the box. I never converted to an double poly, and the whole point of that was to allow me this opportunity right here. I can change the width. I can definitely move it up. I got all that room right there to play around with. So I can play with that. I'm going to change the height a little bit. Ooh. All right. Now I'm going to add, I'm going to go back to Colin's buttons. These are my buttons. It's just edit polys and symmetry and things that I use on a daily basis pretty much as a modeler. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Hit F4. Oh, edit poly. There we go. Hit 4. And I'm going to hold, I'm going to delete it. Go to border mode and select those borders. Hold shift and just go like this. Probably not go to the X, but it probably should go into the Z axis. And that is our lovely arch wall. This is what I meant to build last time. Now, I'm going to go back to step. I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of that bad boy. I don't think I need that there. What I do want here, turn off this, go to UV unwrap. Let me build a brick texture so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so we're in here. We're going to do a standard material. And just right out of the diffuse, we're going to minimize. We don't need anything there. I'm going to apply this to that object there. Cool. And then we're going to go in here. I'm going to add checker. We're going to drop this into the diffuse. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to make the tiling 10 by 10. All right. Oh, and we need to turn it on. Double click on that and make sure it is show background, show the image in the viewport. All right, so there we go. I can actually make that less than 10. Let's make that way less than 10. Let's make it 4. Cool. Now let's turn the bend on. What happened to my bend? Hold on a second. Something's happening. That's not right. There we go. This is what I love about this. Now, if I had to go back, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that other wall that I built. Wall door. Now, I'm going to put the UV, that same map on this the entire wall. And what I have to do now is actually get this kind of curvature to match the actual flow, because that's exactly how an arched door will look like. Your images, and bada bing bada boom, we're doing this exact same thing right here with a keystone, so that the arch looks legitimate and actually will hold true if it was actually a physical item. We would actually have to stretch these things out, and that's just a pain in the butt. That's such a pain in the butt. Now with this though, all I gotta do is just worry about getting the rest of this geometry built and it's set up. You can see how much room I actually kind of don't have, but there's still a lot of wiggle room to make this work. I could scale this up a little bit. I can even, one of my favorite tricks to do is actually go in here, throw a symmetry on here, and I'm going to move it over to where it's a spiked arch, much like that you would see in a Gothic space. And I didn't do any extra work. It's all there. All right, I'm going to go back and let's unwrap before I collapse it all. Make sure that it is as flat and as sweet as it needs to be. The easiest thing in the world to do. Polygon, Control A, flatten all of you. Turn you off, and then I'm just going to grab edges. I mean, this stuff is so easy at this point in my life. When it gets hard is when we start doing vaults and vaulted archways, like in a vampire, like a crypt. There you go. A vampire crypt was our school project that we teach here. All right, cool. The unwrap's there. Bin, boop, sweet. All right, so now all I got to do, and look at the mapping, so beautiful, so awesome. I'm gonna go in here and repeat that process I talked about. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Delete it. Go to border. Go to border. Hold shift, and I gotta fix those mapping, but that's okay. Right now this will work for the idea of going into the actual game engine. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to take this map off. I don't want it in there when I export it out, so what I'm going to go into is my utilities, which is the tools. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the actual more list, UVW remove. This will remove the UVs and the materials. I'm just doing the materials because I don't want to lose the UVs. I just did those. Then go in here. Let's check the UVs on this mofo, because I'm sure it's a little messed up after deleting some geometry and creating new stuff and symmetry and then everything else that I did. Oh no, they're perfect. Those are the best UVs I've ever seen. Lordy. Flatten. Oh, I still gotta attach the pillar back over. All right, grab you. And what we need to do now is to figure out which side is which. Select by element. Rotate. Alright. I know these guys are all happy and they go together. Turn on select by element. If you have select by element on and you want to do some edges selected, you select one, you select everything, double click on it, and it'll select the loop selection. Stitch selected. Stitch selected. Excuse me. And let's see. We can just probably use this one. I'm going to turn this off now because I'm doing small pieces. Stitch selected. Stitch selected. Stitch selected. Cool. All right. Plop. Whoa, I missed something. Yeah. We'll have to actually get to that geometry too. This geometry is sitting on top of each other. This is the actual undercarriage of the geometry right there. F2. Hit 3. There we go. Let's hit grow. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Nice. All right, cool. Take this one. I know I got all selected. Hit flatten. Hit OK. Sweet. Now what we gotta do is just kind of pick some edges. Oh, let's all pack this all together. Nice. So packing will allow you to re-establish the proportions of the 3D objects. This is all hidden, so I'm not even too worried about it, but I want to make sure that it's done. Substance likes it better. Weld selected. I like it better. Stitch selected. But it doesn't have to. It does not require the same kind of accuracy that the actual the cover that we created will need. Well selected. Come on. Alright, so I can't get to the rotate function because it's so small. So I'll just do it here. There we go. Slap that up there. Stitch selected. Good enough for me. Good enough for government work right now. Stitch selected. Lovely. We're going to actually what we're going to do is target weld. Bam. It's a miracle. All right. Right click, collapse to. So we have UVs are established on all of the objects here. So what we're going to do is go back to it, make sure we have the right object. Wall S win 01. So we're just going to go ahead and hit attach and get both these objects. All right. Check the UVs. All right. So there's probably some overlapping. There is. There isn't. But this we can play Tetris better than this. I know this for a fact. I'm gonna slide this over real quick. I'm gonna rotate you 90 degrees. Just kind of undo that. Slap you there. You know, it's the pillar. I'm not sure how important I need to make it. It's got to be definitely somewhat important. It's important as the pillar. Let's just repack everything. I'll figure this out later. There'll be more work to do on it, I'm sure. There's details to come. And if not, it's fine for right now. Collapse 2. Cool. So now I've got all my pieces, and I'm going to export these all, and I'm going to stick them in Unity and start building out my Unity scene. I've already built out a basic floor plan image, and I'll do that as well. So next video, we're going into Unity. Cheers.